So I've not had the opportunity to review a gaming desktop in roughly 3.5, almost 4 years now. The last one I reviewed is still one of my best performing videos on YouTube. And, you know, I've been having a lot of issues with that desktop. I've had to send it in to get repaired multiple times. I've had to change out so many different components in it, and really it's on its last leg. So when I got this opportunity to review this desktop from MSI, which is the MSI Aegis R2, I was like, this is looking pretty beastly compared to what I have or had. Well, I still have it, and I'm using it as a dual PC setup, but compared to that, it blows it out of the water, and it can play all my games at max settings to an extent. And I don't really try to go for 4K 144 hertz. I really try to do 1440p gaming. But you can do 4K gaming at 60. I would keep it at 60. I wouldn't really try and push it beyond that. It does have a 4070 Super graphics card in it, so it can pretty much handle anything you throw at it, plus having the 32 gigabytes of RAM, DDR5, 2 terabyte NVMe storage is great, plus expansion bays. You can add additional storage to it. This is a very premium type of device. It really has no downsides. So let's go ahead and talk about it. MSI, hey, malos for shooting this over to me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the MSI Aegis R2, the gaming desktop you should probably pick up. And if you want to pick it up, I will leave links in the description as well as to the first YouTube pinned comment. And maybe if it's an option, it'll pop up here on YouTube as something you can just buy straight off the video, but we'll see. All that being said, let's go ahead and get into the review. The MSI Aegis R2 is a high-performance, off-the-shelf gaming PC that delivers premium power at a competitive price, starting at $1,899 at the time of this recording. While it falls short in other areas like storage options and USB port variety, the Aegis RS2 provides an exceptional performance and value in its category. MSI's Aegis lineup spans a broad spectrum, offering configurations that range from upper mainstream builds to just below ultra premium setups, which are reserved for MSI's Infinity series. The Aegis RS2 in particular boasts liquid cooling, Intel's 14th generation processors, a Z790 motherboard, Wi-Fi 7, and NVIDIA 4000 series GPUs. This all together, and that's a whole mouthful, but this all together offers one of the most formidable, powerful builds that you can buy straight out of a store without breaking the bank. I mean, if you got that kind of money to throw around, I mean, honestly, if you try to build something within this price range, you might go a little bit over. But for bang for your buck, this is the bang that's gonna be for your buck. Now, let me break down why the Aegis R2 is among the most competitive pre-built gaming PCs and how its feature set stacks up against other boutique options. Now, although the Aegis RS2 doesn't allow custom configurations, MSI offers numerous pre-built SKUs across various price points. The lower-end models feature components like the i7 14700KF or the Ryzen 7700 CPUs with RTX 4060 graphics cards, 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and 1 terabyte NVMe storage, which are roughly priced around $1,800 or so. Higher tier variations reaching up to 3,000 include i9s with Ryzen 9 CPUs, 360mm liquid cooling, RTX 4080 Super graphics, 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and 2 terabytes of NVMe storage. These systems can be found on MSI's website as well as at major retailers like Newegg, Best Buy, B&H, and Walmart. Now, the model that I have, if you were to go to buy this at Best Buy, you're probably going to be able to find this for about $1799.99. And this one, let me run over the specs of what this one has. So mine's is priced at about $1,799 at the time of this recording. It features an Intel Core i9 with a 14900F processor, a Z790 motherboard, an NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super GPU, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and a 2 terabyte NVMe drive. The case's standout feature is its angular front panel with MSI's iconic dragon logo. logo, and the base design includes a tempered glass side panel with vented mesh on the top, right, and bottom. This is available in both black and white. The case has 3 RGB fans for air intake, although it doesn't have front drive bays. Inside the tempered glass panel showcases the MSI Pro Z790 VC Wi-Fi motherboard, a 360mm top-mounted radiator cooler, which keeps the powerful i9-14900F CPU cool, while two 16GB sticks of DDR5 5600 RAM provide a total of 32GB of system memory. Goodness, that's a mouthful. I had to do that take multiple times because I'm like, man, I was just getting tongue-tied. But all right, let's get back to the review. Beneath the CPU sits a 2TB M480 NVMe drive, offering plenty of storage for games and applications. Now, this computer includes an NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super GPU with a triple slot card and is the centerpiece of this system, complete with RGB lighting around the MSI logo and supported by a bracket to prevent snagging and sagging. The bottom mounted power supply unit, or PSU, is concealed with a shroud, hiding most cables and maintaining a clean look. Now, it's vented for optimal airflow. The back panel is complemented by a fully vented top and bottom panels with magnetic dust filters protecting the PSU. The side panels attach with captive thumb screws, and removing them reveals the fan and RGB controllers and neatly bundled cables. Now, if you're wondering, does this ever run hot? Like, I ran Silent Hill 2 Remake at full settings. I also ran Callisto Protocol, which is notorious for having a lot of issues on even high-end computers. Ran that at full settings. I also ran Elden Ring in full settings, as well as many other games, and including some PlayStation ones like God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West at full settings. This never got hot. Fans, I mean, the fans are fairly quiet. I never really heard the fans either. So if you're worrying about, oh, it's so loud, here's the thing. I mean, honestly, if you're going to be gaming on your computer and you're worried about the sound that the fans make, I mean, honestly, if you got headphones on, you're not really going to hear the fans. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Some people nitpick about that. I don't really personally care, but that's just me. So all that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the review. MSI includes a keyboard and mouse with the Aegis RS2, which, truth be told, them joints are sitting in the box. I'm never using those. I've got way better mice and keyboard that I'm going to use, but yeah, if you don't have something better, I mean, it's competent, it does a job, but I don't care about it. I'm not going to use it. Now, the keyboard, look, it's not optimal at all. It uses membrane switches with mechanical-like feedback, creating a hybrid design that's more responsive than typical bundled keyboards. Like I said, it's serviceable, but it's not anything I would personally recommend using long-term. It has a few colored row backlighting and shortcut functions, but it lacks dedicated media and gaming keys. The accompanying mouse has 5 buttons, including back and forward thumb buttons, a clickable scroll wheel, and a DPI shift button. And both peripherals offer cycle lightning patterns, although neither is programmable. All right, all that's out of the side. Chunk that bad boy and go get something else. Like, I would highly recommend getting this from SteelSeries. This is the TKL Pro Wireless. This is the V3 variation, I think the V3. This right here, get this. This is my go-to, I use it all the time type of keyboard. Highly recommend that. Or if you don't want that, I mean, I also got another alternative right here. And this right here is the Vulcan 2 Air Wireless. This is a great keyboard from Turtle Beach that I also use for my setup for this computer right here. So either of those keyboards would be way better than the one that comes with it. So like I said, we're done talking about that. Those joints are trash. Chuck them, donate them to the Goodwill, give them to somebody who just ain't got a keyboard and mouse of any decency. But yeah, there you go. Now on the computer, you got power, reset, and LED lighting controls down the right edge of the top panel, alongside 2 5GB USB ports, which are Type A and Type C, and audio jacks. At the rear, you'll find 7 additional USB ports, 2 USB 2.0, 4 5GB USB 3.0, and 2 20GB Type C ports. Although these options cover basic needs, for a computer that costs upward of $1,800, it would benefit from additional high-speed ports. Which is why if you get this and you need more ports, I highly recommend getting something like this from Ori, which is the split extend. This gives you additional USB ports, 2.0 and 3.0. Also gives you additional video outputs and is able to be powered. So If you're running out of ports, get this. I'll leave links for this down in the description down below. Trust me, I did a whole review on this, and it doesn't disappoint. You can actually get an additional 3 monitors off this USB dongle right here. I mean, technically it's a hub. It's a hub center, but I'm just going to call it what it is. It's a dongle. Use this and you're covered on all your ports. You can thank me now. Now, audio outputs include 3.5 millimeter jacks, while 2 antenna ports connect to the built-in Wi-Fi 7 on board. The Aegis R2, built with standard ports, allows easy upgrades for consumers seeking additional storage or new components. For example, multiple 3.5 and 2.5 bays enable storage expansion beyond this single NVMe drive. It's essential to remember that the Aegis RS2 is a retail system rather than a boutique or custom build like something from CyberPower or iBuyPower, which you should personally avoid both of those brands because they, after some time, they fall apart. They use a lot of cheap components, whereas like something like MSI, Lenovo, Alienware and such, Alienware, you're more so paying for the name than anything else. They use more quality parts that, for the most part, last longer. Like this right here is using all MSI parts, so you don't have to worry about really the quality of it falling down after some years. Whereas like iBuyPower, CyberPower, after your first couple months to a year, yeah, you're going to need to worry about that falling apart. So make sure you get a warranty on those. So thanks to the 5 cooling fans, including a 360 millimeter radiator, the Aegis RS2 stays cool and quiet. Running more fans at lower speeds often reduces noise, and the Aegis maintains a low noise level of 36 decibels at 1 meter under full load in 4K gaming. The system's power draw is roughly around 415 watts during gaming, though synthetic stress tests can push it higher. Now, here's another feature that this computer has that I think is really cool, and it's part of MSI, their software, the MSI software that's included, is it has an AI functionality to auto-adjust what needs to be running, what needs to be killed off in the background to give you that optimal gaming experience. And I found in my, typically when I use my gaming desktops or gaming laptops, I always have the system task manager open in case I need to kill some stuff off in the background, different processes and such. The fact that this has AI, and I know a lot of people dislike AI, but y'all need to face the reality. AI has been a thing for well over 20 years, and a lot of y'all are only now realizing that. The AI functionality on this takes care of everything I need to do, and it learns based off my use cases. So, what needs more performance, whatever game needs better optimization, it's got you covered. So I just figured I'd let you guys know about that as well within this review. Now, with 8 hyper-threaded performance cores reaching up to 6.0 gigahertz and 16 efficiency cores at 4.4 gigahertz, the i9-14900KF processor provides substantial processing power. Combined with 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 2 terabyte NVMe drive, the Aegis RS2 is well suited for both gaming and productivity tasks. The system's quality construction and clean cable management make it a solid choice for gamers who may want to upgrade components later. MSI's bundled keyboard and mouse are, let me give it its flowers. It's also better than standard offerings, but truthfully, I already gave you 2 recommendations from SteelSeries and from Turtle Beach that are far better. The included carrying bag, which is nice, is a very nice bonus. Making it easier to unpack or repack the PC. It's a small but very much appreciated touch. And although MSI does not offer customization configurations, the Aegis series provides a broad range of pre-built models at various price points. So it's likely you'll find an option that meets your needs. The trade-off is being limited to retailer stock and the lack of secondary storage drives as an option. All that being said, though, it's a phenomenal build. So in wrapping everything up, the MSI Aegis RS2 is a great choice for gamers seeking a powerful 1440p or 4K gaming and reliable gaming desktop at the price point of $1799 at the time of this recording. And with discounts, it can take this honestly down to about $1499 and $1399 sometimes that I've seen during sales, depending on the retailer. It's a strong competitor in the pre-built gaming PC market. And with that being said, I want to give a special thank you to MSI for, shooting over this desktop. And all that being said, if you guys want to pick this up, I will leave links down in the description down below. But why don't you let me know what you think about this pre-built desktop? Is this something that you're considering picking up? Do you have it? Are you enjoying it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, it'll be pinned to the YouTube video as well as in the description down below. And if I can pin it to the YouTube video itself, so were you watching it and just pop up, then I'll do so. But all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, and a hui ho.